The metro section of the Great River Road begins in Elk River, where this terrace park connects the main street to the riverfront. On most days you'll find people enjoying the view, appreciating this powerful force of nature at their doorstep. Less than 5 miles downstream lies the northern edge of the Mississippi National River and Recreation Area, the only national park focused on the Mississippi River.
Like most national parks, our park has a visitor center, and we are partnered here in the lobby of the Science Museum of Minnesota. We have 72 miles of the Mississippi River from Dayton, Ramsey, south to just below Hastings, Minnesota. And the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, lie about in the center of that 72 miles. We do 3 things here. We talk about our 72 miles, we talk about the entire 2,350 mile long Mississippi River, but we also talk about the entire Mississippi River watershed, which encompasses about 40% of the United States. It's the 3rd largest watershed on the globe, and this is the place where you come in the United States to learn about it.
We have many programs here at the Mississippi National River and Recreation Area. The one that I work most closely with is our habitat restoration program. And what we do is either remove invasive species, or in the fall we collect seeds from our native prairie plants and then we distribute in areas that need a little help.
We're doing grass seeding.
Our quarter is 72 miles, and so that's a lot, and it definitely requires a lot of volunteers and just a lot of effort to help stem the tide of the invasive species.
The work that everyone has put into the riverfront is greatly appreciated by many. St. Paul has 26 miles of Mississippi River shoreline, more than any other city on the entire river. Developing parks, trails, and boating facilities is a big part of St. Paul's long-range plans. Every year, thousands of people depart for scenic cruises on paddle wheelers. Up the river, past the site of historic Fort Snelling and Fort Snelling State Park, a state park in the heart of the metro region, past the main campus of the University of Minnesota, whose design center is exploring ways to strengthen the local community's connection to the river, up to the historic St. Anthony Falls District, the birthplace of Minneapolis. But if a boat ride is not your desired way to see these sights, the whole area is interwoven with hiking and biking trails, and of course, the Great River Road. A Sunday morning in early October every year, the road becomes part of the route for the Twin Cities Marathon. The marathon showcases this beautiful park and adds another activity for visitors.
You can ice fish with a ranger, you can bird watch with a ranger, you can paddle a canoe with a ranger, you can bike with a ranger. Pretty much anything you can do in any of the other national parks you visit, you can find a ranger who will be leading that sort of activity.
I'm really good friends with a park ranger, and we were sitting around one day and we decided that this would be a really fun idea.
The event is a Market to Mississippi ride and lunch.
So it was a 5.5 mile bike ride from the farmers market to here, and they're going to have some lunch here, hang out, learn some ways to prepare some food.
We have red onions from the farmers market. We have carrots from the farmers market. We had some tomatoes from the farmers market.
And so we really see this as a holistic conversation between people who, especially the community that lives in North Minneapolis, realizing the great opportunities they have for great access to the river, great access to the parkways, great access to newly developed bikeways in North Minneapolis.
And this is just what happens at the end of a bike run sometime in Minneapolis. You know, you get a good meal, professionally trained chef. This ain't your local backyard barbecue here, baby.
We had a lot of fun planning, and we had a great turnout despite the rain.
One of the things that we do as a national park is we teach people how to play outside, and to that end we've formed a great partnership with an organization called Wilderness Inquiry and our Park Friends group, the Mississippi River Fund. And what we're doing is providing a half-day canoe experience for what we hope is all the young folks in Minneapolis and St. Paul, from downtown Minneapolis to downtown St. Paul. And we call it the Urban Wilderness Canoe Adventure, the UWCA. We want to connect urban folks to outdoor recreation opportunities so that someday they would actually consider going to the BWCA and enjoying that great resource as well.
Upper St. Anthony Falls is the site of the first of 29 locks operated by the Army Corps of Engineers that make the Mississippi navigable from Minneapolis to New Orleans. There are 4 locks in the metro section of the river. Available to any size boat, most of the locks have observation decks for visitors. Early settlers used St. Anthony Falls for hydropower. By the mid-1800s, lumber mills and grain mills crowded these shores. Both General Mills and Pillsbury started here. This was the first place hydroelectric power was generated for distribution. The Stone Arch Bridge, built as a railroad bridge in 1883 by James J. Hill, has been converted to a pedestrian bridge and offers an outstanding vantage point. The ruins of some of the mills have been excavated for the development of Mill Ruins Park. The Mill City Museum explains how the mills operated. Water power is still being used to generate electricity. The University of Minnesota steam plant was built in 1903 to provide electricity to the Twin Cities Rapid Transit Street railway system. It now provides electricity to the campus. Water Power Park offers views and information about the rich history of the area with informative panels along its many observation points. There is so much more to learn about this area and the rest of the Great River Road. For more information, visit our website, mnmississippiriver.com.